Today, my car was actually towed in the city of Pasadena. And the reason why I'm sharing this is not to gain attention from people and all that, but I don't want to be one of those Christians where I'm talking about all the positive principles and the disciplines and all this other stuff and the triumphs in life, but not talking about the difficulties and stuff like that. By the way, I'm not that much of a Deadpool fan, but this shirt was very cheap at DD's discount store. So I'm not a fan, but it was very cheap. It's like $6. So, um, but yeah, I was actually, basically I stayed in an area that was parked for too long, and there was like a certain 2 to 4 hour window that I should have moved. But also, I did need to pay my registration, so that's what got me in trouble. So, I'm sharing this because I think as Christians, we need to be transparent about some of the difficulties we have, not only the triumphs and the disciplines and stuff like that. I will say that obviously I can't blame anyone but myself. I think that it's funny because I seen my car being towed after I was like playing with the kids after I was done with my class, and I was hanging out for like 40 minutes, and I seen my car being towed. And I ran all the way over there, and there was the parking attendant, and there's the tow truck guy. They're both Latino, look Mexican, and the lady's very short and small, and the other guy. So so I'm towering over them, and I can tell like they didn't know how I was going to respond, and I told them like I didn't realize this was going to happen, and it was a lot of stuff going on that morning or this morning because there was some construction happening. So the normal place I would normally park, that's a little bit more safer. I wasn't able to park there, and so I kind of feel like yeah, I kind of put myself in this position, so I don't have anyone else to blame. But what was interesting is they both kind of didn't know how I was going to respond. Some people get very angry, especially when you're towing their Dodge Challenger, right? American muscle. And I told, hey guys, you know what? I'm not even upset. I said, you're doing your job. And I could tell, the attendant, she even said, hey, I appreciate you saying that. So I have no anger towards them. I know they're doing their job, no issues at all with that. But I'm sharing this again, not to gain any attention. Prayer, of course. Let me, help me figure out how to manage the situation and stuff like that. I realized, well, actually, one of the parents seen what was going on, so they insisted on taking me to the closest AAA place, and I was able to look at some of the things that I needed done before I can even officially drive my car and have my registration. And some stuff I was completely unaware of, like my car had some type of recall thing as well. So not only was I backed up with the registration, but also there's like a recall thing I need to do. And so there's other little things that um, I'm sharing this stuff again is I don't want to always share stuff that um, is always super positive and make it seem like everything's going fine because obviously there are some difficulties in life and stuff like that. So again, I have only myself to blame because I could have been on top of this registration thing and I failed to really just get to this. So I'm not angry at the tow truck guy. I'm not angry at the parking attendant. I'm not angry at anybody else. It's my fault. I should have been on top of that. Um, I did talk to God about this and just said, hey, um, obviously I've been through worse. There was one time about 5 years ago, I was almost going to be completely homeless. And within 24 hours, God solved the problem. So I know Luke 137, through all things, through God, all things are possible. That's what the angel Gabriel said to Mary. And so I'm sharing this just to kind of encourage people that obviously, I did decide to consider getting Uber. It cost about $80 to travel about 20 miles, which I thought was very incredibly pricey. But I kind of feel like I put myself in this position, so I can't even. This is why I'm smiling a little bit. Like I realized like this was the day where of reckoning. But it could have been worse. It could have been worse. So I do ask you guys for prayer. And I will just work through this. I'll probably talk to my family as well. And my mother's already called me like 3 or 4 times after I told her, and she's saying, go get my sister's motorcycle and get that fixed. And she's praying and she's giving all these ideas. But, she's always very encouraging, which I appreciate. But yeah, any encouragement, any guidance, anybody want to contact me, just ask for details and maybe you can help me out with just some type of figuring out how to go about this. But yeah, still, God bless you guys. Still, it's a beautiful day. I am not a fan of Deadpool. Not really. But like I said, the shirt was only $6 at DD's discount. So, and yes, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And it's very hot here in Los Angeles. So, peace. God bless you, and have a good day. Peace.